Hindi rin siguro natin pwedeng hindi pag-usapan the questions about the IP addresses used by COMELEC in 2022. So if we could ask you to comment on that, the civil society groups have issued statements also.
It's the medium and the message. The medium is the internet. The message is the election returns. Yan yung dumaan dun sa internet. So magkaiba yung issues na yun. No? Also, we have to consider it is the way how the internet was designed to work, how it is designed to operate. No? The question, the IP address 192.168.0.2, no, so everybody's familiar with that now, yung IP address na yan. I mean, do you understand what an IP address is? Okay. Absent ka na. It's like this. Most, if not all of us here may subscriptions sa fiber, no, may router tayo sa bahay, no. You're using IP addresses as well. Baka hindi nyo lang alam. Sa phone, let's say dito sa iOS or maybe Android, you can actually check what your IP address is. No? So, sa bahay, ganun din. You connect several devices dun sa Wi-Fi router. Each of the device that you connect to that router is given an IP address, private. But for that to go out into the internet, kailangan ma-map ko siya, ma-assign yung router ng public IP address. It's the public IP address that will carry the message. No?
Yun yung shared.
Yun yung shared. Okay. Now, ang sinasabi ni TN Trio is na manipulate yung setup ng internet. Okay? I don't know. Kung yung pag-manipulate na is violative, because the internet is actually a set of rules how devices will communicate with one another regardless of the technology. So technology agnostic siya. So you might have an iOS talking to an Android via the internet. So following the rules, the protocol, mag-uusap sila. Okay. So yun ang sinasabi ni General Rio na manipulate yung internet such that merong local area network that acted like a man-in-the-middle device na siya yung nagpapadala ng messages. As opposed to ano ba yung message? The message is the election return. The other allegation of General Rio is that merong spurious ERs generated by a VCM that has been pre-programmed. And we interpreted the term pre-programmed VCM as the program having been manipulated such that it will generate spurious ERs. No? The other twin allegation there is preloaded daw yung SD cards. No? This stems from our finding, NAMFLO's finding, of a discrepancy on the VCM hash code. So we reported that as well. No? Nandun yun sa report nung page 50 or 51. Okay. So in-associate nila doon, ang sabi nila Rio, sinabi nung NAMFREL na merong kaming nakitang software na manipulated. We did not say that. What we said was, iba yung hash code. No? So there's the different. Para sa amin is show us a spurious ER and that will resolve everything kung tama o mali yung sinasabi nila. Because yung root, never mind the medium, nagdala lang yan eh. Diba? Dumaan lang yan sa kalye. Pero yung message mismo, is it legitimate or was it spurious? That's the question.
Did the message change when it passed through the medium?
Kailangan ipakita mo yun. Yung allegation nga na may spurious ER, may allegation ng ganun, pero hindi naman pinapakita yung spurious ER.
So they have to show that.
Yes. Ultimately, nandun yung proof. So yung suggestion namin is, out of the 20,300 VCMs or ballot boxes, identify nyo yung 20,300 na yan, no? Mag-sampling tayo doon, and then mag-manual count tayo nung laman na balota para ma-resolve nga yung issue. Kung parang yung RMA na ginawa, no?
Yeah.
Para kung magkakatapat. At the end, yun nga, yung RMA, 99.95%. So,
almost 100% ang result ng random manual audit.
Correct.
And the watchdogs have issued statements regarding the random manual audit.
It's too technical for many and for me and for everyone. It's really moving forward. It's really being more transparent and engaging. Technology is supposed to make things more efficient. But let us admit that komplikado yung ating eleksyon. Isa tayo sa pinakamalaking eleksyon, synchronous pa. Yung sabay-sabay. Yun nga sabi ni Telebert, sa ibang bansa hinihiwalay ang local at kwan. Parang one of the few countries tayo na ganun kalaki yung voting population na sabay-sabay. Tapos ang tradition pa natin nilalagay sa isang balota at kasi efficiency. But that's very complicated. So, ang ibig ko sabihin, parang if we want kasi may kalakip na problema yung pag hindi ka gumamit ng technology pagkatapos ganun yung electoral system mo na hindi mo maiiwasan. Kasi yun yung constitution yun yung design. Marami siyang problemang gagawin. So gumamit ka ng makina para ma-address yung mga ibang problema. Pero paggamit ng makina, napalitan yung transparency kasi instead of nakikita mo ng mata at nahahawakan mo ng kamay, aasa ka sa isang makina na gagawin niyang mas efficient. So may value yan. Ano ba ang titingnan mo, ito o ito? Pero yung transparency naman, pwedeng magkaroon ng ibang ng transparency like siguro yung resulta, bigyan mo ng copy ng resulta as many stakeholders na. So may ability lahat ng na i-duplicate yung proseso, yung redundancy. So there are ways to make things transparent even in a system where you use technology. Yun lang yung kandor. Pero pag gagawin yun in a 3-year cycle, napaka-komplikado. Dapat yung timing mo matindi.
well, in our petition for accreditation, actually, we requested the commission for certain data sets, lalo na yung associated with the automated election system. And this includes, among others, yung telco logs na hiningi namin. So I think there are 30 plus data sets that we requested COMELEC for, no? Pero ang grinant lang sa amin is access to the electronic, via the electronic ER via the transparency server. Yun
So
lang.
we need more transparency.
Yes. Kasi kung may bigay lahat yung datos na hiningi namin, actually we can replay the elections. No? It's complicated, but it gives you an opportunity to see. Although, again, yung transparency would be post-elections.